The Amazing Spider-Man universe ended just as soon as it began, it feels like, and fans are literally starving for anything that can give them a peek into revisiting that universe and those characters. So let's talk about some brand new art that shows Doctor Strange doing exactly that. So this comes at us from frequent Marvel Studios concept artist who we've talked about here before, but his name is Josh Neesey. And you can find him over on Instagram where he posts a lot of interesting concept art and just pitches in terms of what we could have gotten, not just Marvel projects, but various other projects in Hollywood. And the latest is Spider-Man No Way Home. And as you can see right here, it depicts Doctor Strange in the middle of Times Square with the same color lighting and sort of a atmosphere, if you will, and feel of the Amazing Spider-Man universe. And he talks about how the idea was that during the multiverse chase, they stopped into the TASM universe, and Doctor Strange would have been confused for a regular street performer. Because remember, the MCU doesn't exist in that universe. It's just Spider-Man. He's the only hero. So people don't know how to perceive who Doctor Strange is and what he's able to do. Now, if you guys remember, we've talked about this before. There was multiple sequences like this where he ended up in the Amazing Spider-Man universe in different locations. He ended up in the Raimi universe in random locations throughout the different films. And this would have connected to specific times and places where specific characters got ripped out of those moments. But then the story changed, so they played around with it, and ultimately this was cut and changed around. But it's interesting to see just how this would have played out, considering that it was reported that we would have spent a little bit more time in each universe and kind of got the same vibe, but cutting things short and due to the film being shot during a pandemic sort of caused a lot of shifts and changes. This is just a peek into what could have been, and I think a pretty cool one nonetheless, even though it didn't play out this way.